Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the new chapter. The name of the chapter is The Tiny Teacher. This chapter is related from the supplementary reader book of class 7. This is your book Alien Hand and the chapter is The Tiny Teacher. Now, this chapter is about the tiniest teacher that you would ever think of. Okay, so we will discover who this tiny teacher is. So, first of all, now we are going to discuss about the fact. Before fact, we have to ask some question to you. The question is, have you ever seen the smallest insect? Is it fly? No, it is not fly. Uh, is it mosquitoes? No, it is not mosquito. Is it worm? No, it is not. Then which is the tiniest teacher? So we have to discuss the facts about an ant. An ant is told that a tiniest teacher in this chapter. First fact is an ant uses its feeler or antenna to talk to others ant by passing messages through them. And the second is what's a row of ant moving up or down the wall? It means ant move up and down from here and there and they greet together. So each ant greet all other coming from opposite direction by touching their feelers. We can say that they greet with touching their feelers in or each of them and say they greeted them to touch their antennas. There are many kinds of ant. The commonest among of them is black and red ones. Now the question is where do they live? And their comfortable homes called nest or ant hills. We can say that the ant where lives is called ant hills. In each ant hills there are a lot of hundred of rooms and passages. In some of these rooms are queen ant legs. There are some passages, some rooms where the queen lay eggs, and the nurseries for the young ones called grubs. And we can say that where they lay eggs, the queen ant lay eggs, that is called grubs. Workers have their reserved quarter. We can say that the workers have their reserved quarter. They spend most of them time searching for food. Some rooms serves as storehouse for this food. Soldiers have separate barracks. Now we can say that workers have their separate barracks and the soldiers have their separate barracks. They can't interfere any one of them. No workers has ever tried to live in a soldiers. We can say that no workers have tried to live in the soldier barracks and no soldiers have tried to live in workers barrack. So sometimes no soldiers have ever gone out for searching food. Soldiers are not allowed to go for searching food, and the workers have allowed to clean and ever harmed a grub. They have not allowed, workers have not allowed to harm the grub. So you see, ant's life is very peaceful. It does its share of work intelligently and bravely and never fight with other members of the group. We can say that the ants have the peaceful life. How they have peaceful life? The peaceful lives for their not interfering in any works and not interfering in houses, not interfering in fooding, searching of foods and so on. They have peaceful life. Now we can talk about some facts about the queen ants. The queen is the mother of entire population of the colony. We can say that the queen ant is the population. It means population of the colony. It belongs to the population. It lives for about 15 years. We can say that the lifespan of queen ant is 15 years. It has a pair of wings. Now we can say that the queen ants have a pair of wings but bite them off after its wedding flight. This flight takes place on a hot summer day. Now we can say that in summer day the queen ant live out from on the earth to search of male ants. The queen leaves the nest and goes out to meet a male ant, often high up in the air. On its return to earth, it gets rid of its wing and then does nothing but lay eggs. After returning from earth, they lay eggs and they have to compromise with them. Egg hatch, a grub come out, soldiers guard them, workers feed and clean them, and also carry them over daily of evening exercise and sunshine. Now we can say that the uh, queen ant lay eggs in the form of grubs. Soldiers of the ant hills guard the grubs, and workers feed and clean them. They also teach exercise if sun shines and daily of evening. 2 or 3 weeks later, grubs becomes cocoon. After 2 or 3 weeks, grubs change into cocoon and live without food or activity of 3 weeks more. And then after of 3 weeks, they work as a not activity. They work. They activate like an ant. Then the cocoon break and perfect ant appears. After some times, cocoon break down and perfect ants will appear. Now it's time for teaching and training. Now after some time, after appearing the ants, teaching and training have started. New ants learn their duties, old ants as workers, soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. Now we can say that young ant learn duties from the old ants, workers, soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. After a few week training, the small ants are ready to go out into the big world of work. After some weeks of training, young ants are ready to go in the world to move here and there. An anthills is a home not only for ants but also for some other creatures, beetles, lizard breeds of ant and the green fly. Now we can say that anthills is also a home of beetles, lizard breeds and ants of the green fly. Why do ants want to the alien creatures to live in their nest? The question is, what is the reason the queen ants or ants not allowed to live in their nest any types of creature that is called alien? For several reasons. Some give off a smell. They allowed him to give a types of a smell, types of pleasant to the ants, since other give sweet juice. Some of them give him sweet juice, and some are just pets or playing like cats or dog or human being, and some of them were like a pets like cat and dog for the human being. The green fly is the ant's cow. We can say that green fly creatures is the cow of ants. The ant train it to give honey, milk with a touch of their antenna. We can say that the ant trained to give honeydew from the green fly. With touching their antennas, the milk is just we milk the cow. They also take milk just like we can get milk from the cow. Now the question is, what human being we learned from the ant? Perhaps they have, but they haven't put their learning to good use. They may still learn a few things from these tiny teachers. We can say that we can learn to the tiny teachers, that is hard work. We have to do hard work, sense of duty. What is our duty? It is necessary to learn what is our duty, and discipline, maintaining of discipline, that is moving in a straight line, moving in a systematic way. It is the discipline. And the cleanliness, how we can clean our environment, how can we take any types of work, care for the young ones, and how we can take care of our young ones And above all, it is the system we can teach, we can learn from the ants, and the form of loyalty and the land where they live ants. It is called the loyalty. They uh, take care of them and so on. Thank you.